Hey man, welcome back. Welcome back to the E-Lab podcast, the Thursday pod, where we sit down and talk about football, man. Because some folks, as EJ, he's posting in the chat today about some preseason NBA, man. Wow, this
It's one
football's going
game,
on.
bro. Like, come on, this is the greatest sport on
You know what
earth.
I'm saying?
This is the greatest
So,
sport on earth. Everybody knows this, man.
like,
Numbers don't
that's what
lie.
we here for. To give
For
the people
sure,
what they want about this
for
football,
sure.
man. So, tell me how you doing, man. It's episode 99, by the way, man. Tell me how you doing.
99, man. Yeah, y'all know I gotta be on for 100 then. If it's
Oh,
99, I gotta be on for 100 then. But man, I'm
say
I'm
less.
decent, bro. You know we in Louisville, Kentucky, man. So if y'all got allergies, y'all know how I'm feeling, man. I'm
Boy,
fighting through, but
short little segment, man. Segue about this since you brought this up. For my whole life, I never had allergies, and I used to clown people who had allergies. I mean, we out of nowhere, probably like 2 years ago, I just started getting allergies, and that
comes with
shit is
age, brother.
that shit is
Comes with
tough.
age, brother. Yeah, yeah. You got
Allergies
the
ain't no
karma,
joke,
bro.
bro.
Shit, it ain't it. It ain't it. You better get
I'm
them
just,
shots. You better build
nah,
your
see,
immune system up and get them shots, man.
I'm old school. I don't do all that. But
Oh well,
anyways, man,
fight through
let's
it.
get to it,
Fight the
man. Let's
power,
get
man.
let's get to the
Yes,
Monday
sir.
night football, man. We'll go in reverse order of the games. You know what I'm saying? Just hit a
Gotcha.
few of them. So the Dolphins versus the Jets. It was a pretty. Personally, I feel like it was a lackluster game, but there's a few highlights. The first
Yeah,
one,
it was mid. Yeah, it was mid.
the most notable one, I guess, would be Tyreek Hill getting hurt, man. So, which was a gruesome
Disgusting.
injury. It
Disgusting.
sucks. Do you think Tyreek? First of all, what's your thoughts on the injury? Then, second, do you think it's because his number one attribute is speed, and getting this type of
Right.
injury is his career in jeopardy because he's like 32, 33 or something. You think it's what's your thoughts on the injury, and you think his career could be done,
So
or
with
what we know
Tyreek,
of
man,
Tyreek?
shout out to him, his family, the organization, Dolphins organization. We hope he gets a speedy recovery because we hate to see those, especially injuries like that. Very gruesome to look at. My thoughts are this, man. Modern day technology, medicine. If he doesn't have any setbacks, any infections, I think he'll bounce back. He has to put the work in. I don't think Tyreek has any issues as far as recovery is concerned and putting the work in as far as what it takes to get back on the field. So I think he'll be back. Will he be the supreme explosive cheetah? That's to remain to be seen, man. We've seen people. Oh, we got that boy Ted in here. We've seen people come back from nasty injuries before, but they
Mhm.
were freaks. Obviously, like AP and Tyreek. He's a freak himself. So I think he can bounce back from that, man. Will he be a Dolphin? That would be more of the question. And his off the field stuff, will that prevent him? Like, there's multiple factors. If he's off the field too long, that's the only thing I could see that would prevent him from coming back because you got off the field issues that like put you on a suspension, you got your injury, all that added up, man. That's gonna be too much. But I think he has the capability to come back.
Okay.
And I know you said speed is his number one attribute, which you're right about. But like Tyreek, he's shorter, but he ain't no little guy, man. That's
Oh no,
that that,
he's
that,
a
that
running
guy's
back in
cut,
college.
so he can take a hit.
Yeah.
Like taking a hit's not an issue for him. And we got our designated Chiefs fan on here now, and he'll
Yeah.
tell you like he
Yeah.
ain't he ain't
Yeah.
no punk. He can
Yeah.
definitely take contact. So he would just maybe if he's not as fast and explosive, his role would change a little bit. He'd probably be more of a slot guy, maybe first down guy get you some yard. He would have to definitely work on his footwork and making sure them hands are supreme. But I think he
Okay.
can bounce back.
Teddy, we were just talking about Tyreek and his injury, man. What are your thoughts? Do you think he still can be Tyreek of of the past, or you
Well,
know?
yeah, just to chime in, the totality of the injury was obviously freakish. It was something that nobody wants to see when it comes to these star athletes or just athletes in general, especially for football and things of that nature. And him tearing the ACL, dislocating the knee, all that is severe. But I think that the answer to your question, if he's able to come back and produce and do things at a high level again, is more mental, right? Because he has a lot of things going on, like Tevin stated earlier in his personal life. And then, he's older, right? Like even though Tevin's saying, he's a stocky, short little guy, or whatever the case may be, if his heart and his mind is not locked into it, he may
Mm-hmm.
lose love for it. Because I'm never going to question the talent. I'm never going to question just the overall ability of a freak athlete. But here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing: he was so much faster than everybody in the world for like 7 to 8 years, and even competitively right now, he's fast amongst the fastest guys. So him even on a decline athletically is still on par with a lot of the guys that we still consider athletic. But like I said, if he's not there mentally, I don't think that he should come back because he would be kind of robbing the game. He would, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell a man to not go after the check. But in regards of a competitive thing, I don't think that he would be a number one option. And I don't think that he has the ego and the pride that's shallow enough for him to be a wide receiver two, wide receiver three, kind of like what Odell did when he was traveling and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I don't think he's that guy.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. If he had a immaculate off the field, he'd probably get the bag for sure. But because he doesn't, obviously people are going to go after him. He's a talent, but he's getting veterans minimum if comes back, and he has to prove himself when comes back to get that. And I'm not saying you weren't saying that either, Ted, but I just want to say that more so for the audience. Like them big $10 million plus, that's dead. He's got to earn that. He's definitely got to earn that when he comes back. And at his age, he probably won't earn that. But at this point, he's made his money. He's got the accolades. Now at this point, if he's playing, it's because he wants to. Maybe he wants to run up some of those personal stats. But I would think more so it'd be for a chip. And hey, if he's not with the Dolphins, don't be shocked if you see a KC reunion, man. He know where the real is for him in his heart. He can talk all that talk, but he know what he did with them boys, man. So
The
don't be
crazy thing
shocked.
about that part is he the value, like you said, of him is so low, be a steal for the Chiefs now. It'd be
Man,
like a
His
super.
heart got to be in it though, Mitch.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
it
That's
do.
a fact. I
It
agree. So
do.
let's get to it, man. I got would you rather, man? So
Let's get it.
uh, would you rather Tyreek Hill edition, his
Oh,
peak,
this is
his prime? It's not. I'm not. These ain't all time receivers.
Okay.
So would you rather Tyreek Hill edition first on the list? Julio Jones.
Julio Jones.
my
It's gonna be
heart.
harder for
My
him.
heart say Tyreek because of what he did for the franchise, but overall, freaking nature, Julio Jones. He's your prototypical receiver. I can't go. I got Julio. I'm gonna stop the answer.
Okay. Next on the list, this is for Zell. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know his career is early, but just take his 3 or 4 years. He's got like 2 first team All Pros, I think, already. So
Why are you doing this? What's wrong with you, bro?
I'm not even answering. My answer is
It's too
probably.
early for you to be
I know,
starting
hey
shit.
man, but this could be
Bro, I'm taking
Amon-Ra number.
Amon Ra St. Brown. Man, Amon Ra,
Two.
he's the greatest dancer. Every time I hear his name, think of that song. Amon Ra. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's
Ted?
easy for me.
I
Sorry.
got Cheetah.
Okay. Next on the list, this is for the comments and Tevin, Mike Evans. And you, Ted, because you've been talking a lot about Mike Evans too.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Come on, man.
Ted?
I
Mm.
got Cheetah, bro.
He didn't
Okay.
want to. He didn't want to say that all the way though. But
Nah,
Next
I didn't feel good about it.
next on the list, Antonio Brown.
AB clears.
mm.
Yeah,
Y'all got to take the personality with it, or we just
Just
only
on the field.
AB.
AB clears. I think I got.
AB would have been bigger than Jerry Rice if he wasn't a crazy person.
Ooh, good asterisk, but I need you to pump your brakes. But good asterisk, I do
That's
love that take though.
I
Last,
think skill wise, he would be better than Jerry Rice. I don't think mentally he was ever better than Jerry. I don't think mentally anybody's gonna ever be better than Jerry. That man's different. He was on the field 4 days after Super Bowl. He built different, but
He,
skill
he's
wise,
he's
yeah, I
he's
think
he's the standard, right?
he is the standard for
He's the
sure.
standard, and
Easily.
nobody can even come through like even in that stratosphere. But like you said, in regards of like overall talent, man, Mr. Toe Tap was
AB was
crazy.
making shit
Mr. Toe
straight.
Tap was
Man.
crazy, and he
He
was
was
a little
making shit
dude, bro.
straight.
He was 5'11", 5'10" with cleats on. He would cook everybody. He had one of the best releases I've ever seen in my life, and his hands was for
But he
sure, for sure.
smiled like a serial killer though, Ted. So we should have known something was gonna go wrong. So
Yeah, I feel you, but
all right.
straight on the field, I got AB
yeah,
over
on
a
the
lot of
field,
people
crazy.
except Jerry, Randy, and T.O.
You got To
Okay.
too? That's what's
I
up.
So
know I'm saying I got AB over a lot of the receivers
No,
except
yeah. I was
okay.
just shocked you said To over him, but I respect that. People be
it's just
indifferent about To, but I
Last
respect.
last last name on the list, man. Is a Kurt. I switched it up on this one. Chad Johnson.
I don't know how I feel about Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson route running was insane. Chad Johnson was a competitor. He was a trash talker, but he disappeared against comp DBs. Tyreek cooked DBs in their primes. So I got Tyreek.
Mm.
I'm gonna break the podcast rules, and I don't care because I'm a disruptor. Uh, I think personality wise and just the vibe for the locker room, I want Chad, but obviously talent wise, statistically, what they did on the field, how they affected their team, it's Reek easily. It's Reek easily. But
Okay.
man, Chad is just he. Come on, man. He put the Hall of Fame jacket on. He's just different, bro. Like we
Okay.
love Chad, man. We love Chad.
So
I love Chad. I love Chad.
Yeah.
I love my takes out, but since y'all are doing, I'm damn near taking Tyreek over all them, but probably besides AB because AB just he just everything. He's just better.
Complete receiver.
Yeah, he just hand because one knock I have on Tyreek, he's fast as hell, but I don't like body catchers, bro. I
Yeah.
don't like people that don't use their hands to catch a football, and he does that shit a lot.
But
Now,
y'all
granted,
gotta
a
understand.
touchdown's a touchdown, but it's like,
Yeah. He's a body catcher, but his hands are little, bro. Like NFL football is fucking huge. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he gotta basically half moon the catches on everything because he can't go out there and high point nothing. He's 5'9", bitch. What you want him to do?
I can catch NFL football, man.
Listen, Tyreek, he's looking ahead a lot. That's my problem with him. With a man, them supreme receivers, it's instinctual, bro. It's like it's like how you see them commercials where they're talking like me and just catch it out of. Those are the type of receivers I love. I don't think Tyreek's like that all the time on the field because he already sees the touchdown in his head, which you could agree with that too. I think Ted, he
Yeah, for
already
sure.
sees the touchdown and he go, he gets a little anxious sometimes, and that's why he be having those mishaps, but the
Uh,
athleticism's there
and
without a
the
doubt
reason
of it.
why I got him like
Without a doubt.
slightly edged over a lot of these receivers that Mitch mentioned is because he didn't come in to the NFL as a natural receiver. He came in as a special teams guy, right? So then he transitioned into that, and then he excelled, and he still dropped 2K. I don't recall anybody in like short memory that came from like just strictly punt team and then became an elite receiver
Yeah.
one and then dropped 2K. I don't think nobody in NFL history did that.
Yeah,
And then in
yeah,
regards of
no.
nobody probably thought he was going to be as good as he is. I mean, I understand that, he ended up being in a good system with Andy and then he had Travis help and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you got to go out there and run them routes.
Yeah.
So,
I'd
Okay.
say after Reek, as far as a returner that went receiver that was like that, you'd probably say Deshaun Jackson, and he's never like he
Yeah.
did have an effect on the game like Reek, but he doesn't have the same stats like a Reek. And
it's
then
so crazy, though, because I'm with you, but in reality, he has more like 50, 60-yard
yeah,
bomb
and that's
touchdowns.
what I'm agreeing with that too. I would just say like Deshaun Jackson was one of those people when you saw him on the field. I don't care what anybody said. You had fear in your heart
For sure.
because if he got loose, you're not catching him.
No,
Now,
sir.
obviously, he's not as strong as Reek, but that speed is insane. Even when he was old, the speed was still insane.
Yeah.
and he's not
Yeah.
old, but in football terms. And then I'd say Dion would be the next person, and Dion's Dion, so we don't even have to dive too deep in them. But hey, man, I just
Understood.
want it's 15 minutes in, and we ain't crashed out yet. So
Oh, I got some crash
I
out
think,
questions in
oh,
here.
it's going.
You
I
know what I'm
just want the
saying?
audience to know.
I'm trying to
The
be
people
peaceful,
that
you
watch
know.
us, I know y'all confused, and the people that's new usually would have crashed out by now, but
Yeah.
it's on the way. It's on the
I
way.
thought I didn't think Ted was gonna show up. I thought he was gonna duck the smoke, to be honest with you. I said the streets was talking. I ain't think he's gonna show, but
What was the street
respect.
saying? Are we waiting on that?
You know,
Hey Q, what's good? How you doing? What up? What up? And then somebody said, add red or something like that.
yeah, Zell said that, but Zell said keep it pushing.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Dirt said hoodie Ted different. I don't know, man. I ain't see. He is. He's more chill and Dirt, you right. He's more chill and laid back. Let's move it along, man. Let's get to this Broncos game. Broncos Bengals. Another lackluster game. It was belt to ass early. You know,
ETA.
Joe's not playing. The defensive pressure that the Broncos had, they were just had Jamar and them on lock. PS2, that shit was crazy. Yeah, it looked like he was playing like they was playing on all Madden and they didn't know what to do. It was crazy. But is the Bengals, because we had this conversation 2 weeks ago, is it official? The Bengals season is done.
You want to go first, Ted, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first because my answer is short. They're pretty much, you might as well just tank for the lottery because you, even if Joe comes back and he's tracking, he comes back in 3 months or whatever the case may be, and everything's Cinderella. Do you really want to risk him being injured when the majority of his career early has been him banged up? And people ask why. Because they spend so much money on the receivers, they spend so much money on Joe Shiesty, all in the same time frame, and you don't have no offensive line to protect him. Now you wondering why he banged up, and you spend all this money. Now you got buyer's remorse. Spend money on protection first and establish that. Everybody wants the weapons. You can't get to the weapons if you don't get no protection. So they're a lottery to me, man. Just hang it up.
Okay, Tevin. You was a proponent saying that they was which at the time they were the number one in the AFC North. I think were they probably second or third now,
Man, don't
something like
quote me
that.
on that, bro. I was being
Yeah.
funny, but nah. This is where I disagree with Mr. Ted. Now we got action. Now I feel like they did too much these past few off seasons, y'all, to be a championship team. So to just tank now, you did like you've already you're way too gone. Like on some Jeezy shit, you way too gone now. So you got to figure it out. I think there's too many good backups that are available right now who could be serviceable to your team that you could go after. So you need to be making them conversations. Now, I'm not saying they're not making them conversations. I'm not saying they're going to absolutely happen. But if I'm the GM, I'm calling the Giants about both the backups. I'm calling Atlanta Falcons about Kirk Cousins. Those are guys who, yeah, me personally, I'm not super fond of their play. I love Jameis because of him, but their play, I'm not super fond of any of their plays right now. But in this offense, they're gonna do way better than that motherfucker Jake Browning. So I need them right now. And that's my thinking. It's not too late to get those guys and figure it out. But if they lose the next like 2-3 games straight, yeah, then I'm with Ted. It's tank. But you got to get somebody in there fast, like today, really like yesterday.
And just to add on the point, just to kind of give a little bit of perspective, there are a lot of quality backups that actually can, fill in the void, win a couple of games, kind of just keep you a little bit above 500. Then you kind of make that consideration, like, all right, Joe's back, Joe's checked out, whatever the case may be. We can be one of the scariest wild cards for sure. It could be kind of like an Eli Manning situation, but the thing is, they don't have the defense like the Eli 8-8 team that went to the Super Bowl. So like Joe Shiesty's gonna have to put up 40 a game, and with you not being in game shape and you just are cleared from the doctors, it's a whole different ball game than actually being ready, knocking off that field rust. And why would you want to knock off your field rust in a playoff game that you're not at home, and then they're gonna mark it on your legacy if you play like shit?
Yeah, and you coming back like to the same offensive line. It's not like you come back, you're fully healthy. Like you still got that same risk of I got this shitty ass offensive line I got to deal with and try to make some stuff happen. And you know that's his detriment. Because of his detriment, he always tries to extend the play instead of like just throwing it ball out of bounds or just getting down. He tries to extend the play, and that's normally how he gets hurt. So I agree with you. I think they should personally. I feel like they should get Jameis because he can do more than Russ. It'd be a decent pickup, but he predicated on the deep ball and all that stuff. Jameis can do
what you do with this offense, right?
Yeah, but Jamar, he can do underneath. Like he can do a whole.
I mean, yeah, but
Jameis.
But you need somebody that
turnovers. But so I like Jameis.
You would agree that you need somebody to get him that rock 40 yards deep. Yeah. So
yes.
And I think Russell is probably the best fit, honestly, y'all, just because he can move his feet. And like Ted just talked about in his point, their O-line is trash. So you don't need a statue back there because you don't have time. That's honestly Joe's detriment is that he's not a full statue, but he needs a better line than he has to really work and make his magic. And Russ doesn't need that. Russ can move the ball. Honestly, we'll talk more about the Giants when we bring up the Giants.
I got one little mysterious thing, Tevin, because you're making me think as you explaining that. Go get the backup from Dallas, I believe, Milton, the one with the cannons.
Yeah, you're right. No, I think Milton's the best person that anybody can get, but I don't think Jerry's coming up off Milton, bro.
They go get Trey Lance then.
Nah,
I don't like Trey Lance, but Milton. Hey, you made a great point. Milton that's the one, but I think what Jerry's gonna make you trade to get him is not gonna be worth it.
Go get Shador then.
Jerry is.
I'll really get Shador.
Go get Shador then.
That's not gonna happen either, but.
I'm just throwing out names that you can get on the phone.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But see, the Browns, this is what they don't want to tell us. We love Shador. We get the most attention we ever got. But we're going to keep him in limbo because they on some Jerry Jones Cowboy shit with him too. But that's a later discussion, man.
Let's get to the chat real quick. See,
yes, sir.
My brother said, let's see, the Bengals tanking. He's giving Ted credit. He said, I never even thought about the Bengals tanking, but it makes a lot of sense. Durr said that O-line's so bad, I don't know if a backup is going to matter. That's true. They said Jameis would be a good fit. Durr said the offenses were struggling with Jones.
So, I got a crazy point to make, but I don't think I like it, but I feel this way. Hey, PS2 had Jamar Chase in jail. And what I mean by that, the reason why I opened up with that statement is because after this we can just leave the Bengals alone. He had him in jail, and that goes to testament of like people like DeAndre Hopkins, where they never had a solidified quarterback except that small window with Deshaun Watson, and they were just out there killing no matter who the quarterback option was, and it just gives me so much more flowers to those guys that don't end up being the number one guys at the time. Because of their quarterback situation. Because like we said earlier, Jerry Rice, he's the standard. But golly, he had two goated Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. So he I'm not saying he made them or they made him, but I'm saying they were a perfect marriage. But when you got somebody where you have like 10 different quarterbacks in 4, 5, 6 seasons like DeAndre Hopkins did, and he was still out there killing, it makes me have a big question mark on Jamar Chase's legacy as a totality. Yak receiver, triple crown, all that. Like, he's phenomenal. But you got to make it happen. JJ is working with JJ and Carson Wentz, and he is still putting up quality numbers once they figured it out. Because the defense so damn good, underrated-wise, that he's doing what he needs to do when he gets on the offensive thing. And he's not crying and complaining. You can't say, oh, he's just another DB that's in my way, and then put up 25 yards. That's pedestrian. We think that you're the number one or number two receiver in the league, and you put up 26 yards against PS2, and you was in jail.
Yeah, Ted. So I think that goes with, I can't remember what NFL player said it, but there was like some players have to get schemed open.
Yeah.
Some player, Jamar Chase and Amon Ross, no disrespect to them, but they were saying like AJ Brown is like, it was what's the safety that went to the Steelers?
Went to the Steelers or left the Steelers?
Slay. Darius Slay was like, he's like AJ Brown is him. I've seen a lot, but winds up out wide at the Z or the X. We either or, and they don't have to scheme him up. You know what he's gonna do. And I took slight to that because I was like, hell, I feel like that's dumb offense. You should get your best player the ball however you can. But I feel like that's a testament to what you're saying right here. Is like some players got to get schemed up. Like y'all said about CD. CD was lined up as a running back. Some receivers don't do that. They don't have to line up as running back. Not saying CD has to have that because he can get his receptions, but I feel like that goes to them. Some players saying that number one receiver, he's going to line up over here. You can put whoever you want on him. We can get on the ball, like DeAndre Hopkins, the type players. So I agree with you saying. I still think Jamar Chase is him, but
he's for sure him.
I agree
but
with
I
you
have
saying.
a question mark on.
No, I agree.
Yeah, no, I think
But I just have a question mark on his career moving forward because he's a phenomenal player, but you got to make it happen, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, my brother.
Well, I think it's kind of.
I don't know real quick. He's fucking with you too heavy right now, Ted. He said Ted just made the Hall of Fame argument for Mike Evans. Some of his QBs were terrible. That is true. Y'all make me about to go there. I'm not trying to go there.
That's not the topic. But with Jamar Chase, y'all, I think he definitely has to show up for sure. I think what's going on is a mental thing. They had high expectations, and for Joe to get hurt again and Jake just come in and just hit the bed because, like, yeah, you do have to get open. But I don't know if y'all saw that play. It was like a cross route. He was open. You just had to put it on the money. And Jake kind of threw that half-ass ball, and the defender swatted it. And it was done. It was an easy 25-plus yard gain. And Jake's not – I thought because I seen him maybe – I guess we saw him in a couple of games last year or something, and he did all right. I was like, man, he's been there forever. He know the offense. He's good. No.
All right, man, I got to ask this question because I feel like it's clear too. But Dirk said Jamar is better than Mike Evans.
No.
You got to give me a little bit of context, Mitch. Just a little bit.
He says Jamar better than Mike Evans. That's all he said.
I mean, Dirk just be saying crazy stuff out just to
but then he said,
then
he said, but Mike Evans is definitely Hall of Fame. Eventually, he's not going to be first, second, or third. It's going to take him a little bit. Mike Evans.
It's going to take him how many times?
It's going to take a while.
First ballot. We can bet on
put
that.
1,000 on that right now.
All right, we're going to get some paperwork on that.
He has. I wasn't trying to go here because y'all about to make me hate on this man. He's nice. He has 0 first team All Pros. So he was never a top 3 receiver in the league. Never. All those 1,000 yards. Never
to get the paperwork for that bet.
He has 2 second team All Pros. So that means he was a top 6 receiver 2 times in his whole career. I'm sorry, man. He ain't.
Look, you can keep naming every stat you want. Just be ready. We're gonna have EJ. We're gonna have EJ moderate that. We're gonna need the paperwork for that.
That's a fact. We can't. Move it along, man. Let's get the Sunday night game, man. It was, I guess, it was the most exciting game of the weekend for NFL, I guess.
I fell asleep.
Actually, no, there was a few. The most anticipated game of the weekend: the Cowboys and the Packers, man. First question is, how do y'all feel about the NFL game or sports in general being able to end in a tie?
I love it.
I hate it.
I love it.
Damn.
I hate it. I hate it.
It's chaotic. It spices shit up. It fucks shit up at the end of the season because a motherfucker will get on a roll and be thinking they good, and it's like, you're tied, brother. Now we looking at them standings, and that tie is usually like a half a point. So it obviously, if you guys watch hockey a lot, ties are way more meaningful in the hockey season than they are in the NFL. Honestly, in the NFL, they're really just chaotic. They probably should find a way to get rid of them to have less of a headache. But hey, Sports loves chaos. It makes headlines. So
So following up with that, following up real quick. Do you think that was just a coincidence, or do you think it was like a how should I word this? Do you think it was? Do you think there was that 1 second was actually left on the clock?
man, who knows, man? I mean, obviously Dallas. So I'm not too shocked about that. I think really the ones we need to look harder at are the Packers because everybody was ready to give him a Super Bowl fucking week one. But Jordan Love's not like that. He's mid. Jordan
That's
Love is
right.
mid. He can be great, but he's mid. And maybe it's he don't have enough receivers, but I ain't really trying to hear that because I've seen people make do and do better with less. So to me, he's mid. He's ultimately going to be the reason they win or lose, and he's got to figure it out. But yeah, man, nah, I don't know if it was staged to answer your question fully.
Okay.
I don't know if it was staged. I don't know. It probably was. I mean, with Jerry, never count anything out. He loves a fucking good story, good headline. So who knows? Go ahead, Ted.
What you think, Ted?
Just to answer the first question real quick. Um, I hate the fact that NFL games now have the ability to end in a tie. You know, I'm so used to like if you go overtime, I guess like this is the temperature check in regards of who got the second wins, who has the second win, who can dig deep in regards to like who wants to win more, and we all know how important having that number one seed or at least home field advantage during the playoffs is. And I'm not saying because the tie can actually help you in that particular sense at the end of the season instead of having less L's. But in that particular season, if you can't clinch the number one seed in your particular division, that's detrimental to a lot of teams. You get what I'm saying? Because when you look back at Tom Brady's success,
Yeah,
he
home field
ran the
advantage.
NFC East because he was spanking that number one seed for the longest. Us now with Pat spanking the AFC West for mad long, and just one less game that you have to prepare for. One less game where you can have your worst game at the worst opportunity. One less game where your star players don't get injured. All that I hate it, bro. Just leave it all on the field, and somebody got to be a winner. Somebody got to be a loser. I think that you letting them off loose when you ended it in tie.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. We're trying to speed this up a little bit. What did hmm, did Micah meet expectations or he under deliver? I have a
That
very
game or this season?
that game just that because going into the
Man,
game,
expectation.
he said he met expectations.
Man, he had 3 tackles, one sack that saved them from getting an L, and
Don't
then
say
he
it's a
also
sack. Just say it was
had
a
he had
tackle.
3 quarterback pressures or quarterback hits. What's up?
No, I was like, don't say that it was a sack, bro. That jump was just a tackle. Like,
Hey,
By the
listen,
rules,
you
it
can
is a
call it
sack,
whatever you
but
want. I'm just calling it
but they,
statistically what they put it down at. Now,
if it's a
do
zero
I
yard
agree
game, it's
with
a
it?
sack. It's
It don't
bullshit.
even matter if I agree with it or not. That's what they called it, and it saved the game for them. He doesn't get that whatever. That the game was over. I mean, that
I mean,
goes straight in
I
for a
just think
tutty.
that anything within or behind the line of scrimmage should either be considered a TFL or a sack, and anything moving forward in regards to like outside the line of scrimmage, bro, just a regular tackle. Even if you was getting tackled from behind, like still a tackle. But like I
Yeah,
said, I'm not trying to water down the stats, Tev. I just don't think that he played up the part because when we was coming into this season, we was having all these arguments about him being top five edge and all these things of that nature. And me and Mitch kind of went on a tangent saying that he underperformed last year. And even with this year, he went into a situation where he went into a top five defense, and he does make the difference. He does help out a lot of edge rushers and other defensive linemen to be able to get these particular pressures and things of that nature. But him individually, you got to show out the same way that I'm critical on Jamar Chase in regards to you have to figure out no matter what. When you got somebody like Micah Parsons, a generational talent, quote unquote, you got to make it happen. You have to make it happen no matter what situation that you in. Because when you was in Dallas and all the pressure was poverty in regards to your health, you was looking like LeBron out there. You was out there doing everything, side to side, TFLs, sacks, you know what I'm saying, everything. Now you on Green Bay and you just look like a really above average good player. But I want you to be phenomenal on a phenomenal defense because you are the best defensive player on that defense. And if you
Yeah,
can't show me that, then I have to be critical on you because of how good of a player you are. I'm not hating. I just got higher expectations on a player that is that good.
yeah, I agree
What
with you.
is the
I just don't
my,
think I don't think he had what I think with Tevin Strang, he didn't have them splash plays like there he is. That's he was right there. I feel like the reason why he didn't is because Dak played so damn great. Because
yeah,
he was like a
I'm
step
just
late like every time. He was
I ain't
there.
even trying to go on a full take. I'm just like piggybacking off Ted. What would have been your ideal performance from him?
Two sacks, a strip fumble, something like that. More tackles, more game tackles. You're telling me in the whole entire game you got 3 solos? You should be in that field. You should be in that backfield. You should be out there causing havoc. The Dallas's best offensive lineman retired. You should they're having issues in regards to protection. I get it. Dak played wonderful. He had a really good scheme. He was getting that ball out fast, and he was making accurate throws. It was and they actually had a solid run that particular game. You know, the run game was going.
Derek said in the chat, Micah was a non-factor. He said he's not living up to that contract yet, which is it's still early in the season. But I
I
will
get
say
it.
there was a play that they showed. He was going against the left tackle, and everybody always says he gets double teamed down every play. He was matched up 1v1, and he was getting manhandled. And it
Win your
happens.
matchup, Tevin. Win your matchup, Tevin. You used to play in the trenches. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Where it's to the point where I'm not sure about your collegiate career, but if it gets to the point where you got somebody that's matched up with you and you know you're trying every single tactic, every single technique, and this dude just got your hand, whether it's a swim move, it's inside leverage, ripping through, whatever, and then you got to ask your man to the left or your right, hey, chip this dude a little bit for me. Like nobody like that dude that he was going 1v1 against never looked over at his man's like, hey, I need a little bit of help over here on Micah. It didn't feel that way. That's what I'm saying. But when you got somebody like Myles Garrett, you best believe the running back chip, and you best believe the tight end chip, and that's why I said it's a difference. He's a great Swiss Army knife, but when you talk about edge rushers and just individual like things that he's supposed to do, he's not living up to it this season right now, Tevin. But he may change and things may go crazy and he might put them numbers up. It's to be decided, but I just don't like it right now.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It might be the weather just having me in another space. But honestly, this is the most contained I think I've been in a while. Um, I don't agree with any of you all. I don't agree with anybody in the comments. I'm not saying he had an A++ grade on his performance. I mean, if anything, he gets like a C+B-. Bro, the man had the game saving play. And y'all saying he was a non-factor. That's how I know B Derby starting shit. Because non-factor is crazy. But again, I don't think he's better than fucking Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, that man is scary, bro. Like, I don't care if that makes me sound like a hoe or not. Hell no. And yes, did I play D line in high school? Yes, I never went to college to play
Uh,
D line. None of
hey,
that.
Paul, you
I
good though. You cleaned it up.
ah.
You cleaned it up. My fault, bro. You good.
Anyways, no pause because we didn't need one. But anyways, yeah, I didn't play D line in college. My career was over in high school, and I was light. I was extremely light in the ass in my high school days. So if I got one hand on me, it was over for me. My thing was speed. So I understand the techniques and what you're supposed to do, but again, when you're getting pressures and just the mental that honestly I think Dak leveled up because he knows at any time if I get too comfortable, I already know one's over there and he gonna lights out on me. But honestly, both teams played about even par. That's why they tied. So I don't think it's fair to say he's doing nothing or non-factor. I think it is fair to say that with that contract being the highest paid, he does have to do more.
I'm
I
glad
can
you said
agree with
that.
y'all on that.
That's what Dirk countered with. He said contract says he's supposed to be close to him. talking about Miles
Yes,
Garrett.
but non-factor is crazy, and Miles Garrett is Miles Garrett.
Okay,
He
okay.
yeah. We don't
We're
even
moving
gotta go
along,
too deep
man.
into it.
Did y'all see the spat between the two coaches? Well, the defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, and then the Jaguars offensive, the head coach was it Liam Cohen? Is that his name? Cohen.
Yeah, Liam Cohen,
So,
hilarious.
so in the
Yeah,
beginning,
he's the head coach.
during the week, Robert Saleh said that they were legally stealing signs. So he wasn't calling them out. Said they're doing like Robert Kraft or what they did in Michigan, but he said that they're stealing signs. So at the end of the game, players come shake hands, coaches shake hands. Cohen was out there like, "Hey, keep my name out your mouth."
Yeah, put a Will Smith.
Did it like 2 or 3 times, and Robert Saleh was like, "I'll fuck your life up.
Yeah, he said I'll end you type shit.
I'll
Like
end
he,
you." What's y'all
it's
thoughts, man?
over. So I mean, honestly, bro, that's just hilarious. That's the NFL's version of Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj for the week, I guess, because it's just an unnecessary beef. To be honest, um, I think Salah was trying to be funny. Maybe he had some intent to get the league to put some eyes on them, but I honestly think he was trying to be funny. But I feel like Liam was being defensive because you really can't play like that in the NFL. And motherfuckers done lost a lot money, draft picks, credibility because of these gates, whether it was the Flake Gate, Spy Gate, whatever. So I understand him feeling some type of way, but brother, you don't want them problems, bro. Like Salah said what he said, yeah, he would probably end you, bro. Like
Facts.
let your team handle the shit for you on the field, man. Ain't nothing else to talk about after. Just walk past them. Or look at him up and down. Give him a dub or something. Like throw a W
Yeah.
up. Like come on, bro. You don't want to schedule that UFC match, bro. It's not gonna end well for you.
Ted, what you think?
I agree. I agree. There's two head coaches as me being a coach and perspective wise that I don't want to throw hands with, and that's Vrabel and that's Salah. And those are the two coaches I don't want to throw hands with because them boys is in the gym. Them boys will suplex him through the turf. Like that's not who you want issues with. And even if he's talking about it in spectrum of I'll end you in regards of getting you out of there, he may be able to have that pull too. But at the end of the day, he can't really talk like that too because he got moved out of New York quick, and he had one of the top defenses in New York at the time. So like I said, this league don't love nobody, so you got to watch what you say when it comes to these particular like interactions. That's why like a lot of the legendary coaches that we still do got, they just go for a handshake and keep it pushing. They don't even say nothing, whether they get whooped or they whoop on somebody. They just do a quick handshake
Mhm.
and fuck all that other extra noise. They don't want
So
it.
yeah. So y'all know when he got down to Jacksonville. I'm gonna say I'm just being funny. You know how he got down there in his introductory press conference. He's like Duval. Whatever. Do you think the city is getting to him? Do you think that's why he reacted that way, or is that just in his? Debbie, you should know he was at UK. I think wasn't that he like the offensive coordinator? UK was.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I
Did he have that
mean,
like you
yeah,
know?
maybe he's getting a little, maybe he's down there with the Florida YNs, the Jacksonville YNs, and they getting him a little
That's
geeked
some shit
up,
that you
getting him a
know.
little hyphy over there. Maybe that's the case, but I just think honestly he was being a little over emotional, but he got to check that shit. Like you don't even need to talk, bro. You got Walker on one edge and Hines Allen on the other. Man, their defense is incredible.
I don't know. Their defense, their creating
Honestly,
turnovers is crazy.
honestly, they'd be the best team in the league if Trevor Lawrence wasn't so fucking ass. But he's ass,
He's,
and
he's terrible.
it sucks because he's a quarterback guru, but you can't guru a quarterback who thinks he's the shit. Like,
You can't guru a quarterback that has a number one receiver that's not really playing like number one receiver right now either.
but see, Ted, I feel you on that. But when you shit, that's why he ain't playing like that. You got to give him the ball. I swear, put Pat in that offense. We ain't talking about nothing. Like it's easy, bro. But when you're good at your position and you know how to run that quarterback elite, Trevor doesn't know that, man. He's not built like that, and he's putting his guys. Everybody's talking about it on all the talk shows. He's putting his guys in bad positions when he's throwing balls. He's not throwing NFL safe balls. Balls.
Are
Nah.
you good?
Yeah,
So,
no, right.
but shout out to them, man. They got the dub.
Okay, we're
Man, let's
moving
Keep
pivot,
along.
man.
going. Quit talking
I
crazy
got like
to
10, 15
motherfuckers
minutes.
bigger than you.
Okay, we're
What you
moving
say,
along.
Ted?
No,
We're
I
moving
was saying
along.
let's pivot because I got like 10, 15 minutes. I know we got a
Okay.
lot of other stuff to cover.
Yeah, man. Let's get to the Giants and the Chargers, man. I guess upset of the week because Teddy had got me out here gambling and shit, and I was like, this is a easy dub right here. And then nah. So first game for Jackson Dart, you know what I'm saying? First drive of his career was a 90-yard. I think it was was his first drive, 90-yard touchdown, 90-yard drive, ended it with running into the end zone. The defense played great. What's y'all expectations, or what y'all think about Jackson Dart's first start going against
Uh,
the Chargers, who you're the probably
You
was
want
I
me to
think
go
like six and a half,
first?
7.5
Ted, or
underdog.
you got it?
uh, I got it real quick because it's short. He shocked me, right? In regards of he was taking care of the ball, but I have a concern in regards to his protection as well, right? He was getting fucked up. He even had to get pulled from the game for a little bit because he was hurt. Russell went in there for a snap, but I thought it was a little bit more serious than it was, and he ended up coming back. But in regards to that opening drive, you seem like
The energy
a
in the
culture, like an energy shift, the momentum shift, where the line was protecting a little bit better, the routes looked more crispy, Scatterboos coming along and being, a young talent and things of that nature. So they had a lot of upside, and the way that they were moving the ball effectively against a Chargers defense that I think that is one of the top five defenses, especially in the red zone. They made it look light. They made it look easy. And then, obviously, unfortunately, one got hurt, and that was fucked up because, I have a lot of praise for Malik, and they would have did well as long as they clicked. But like it was one of them freak throws where Jackson Dart threw the ball to him. He was trying to go change directions, and he was trying to go get it. Blew his knee out. But other than that, the Giants are good, but I think that it might be a little smoke screen for me. I think that they didn't have enough film, they didn't prepare for them, and they played down to the level of competition. And as the season goes, I think that it will show that the Giants are not as good as they are.
Okay, tell me what you think.
Man, I enjoyed that game, man. I got to see the panel's number one QB for Q1 not be the number one quarterback in the league. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Also, it's like, bro, y'all lost to the Giants, and this is a team. Ted was giving them a lot of praise last week
I
too,
was.
talking about how they the best team in the division. But games like this is why I'm not sold on the Chargers yet, because these are the gimmies. These are the games you're supposed to knock it out the park on some Aaron Judge shit. Shout out to
Yeah,
the Yankees. But I think Dart, he was mid as far as actual performance. Like, he
Yeah,
didn't do anything spectacular. But where I'm gonna give him credit, the energy, like Ted was talking, is fully shifted. Clearly, honestly, and this is another detriment to Dayball. Y'all been on this shit all summer. Why the fuck did y'all even put Russ in the game? Y'all, like, you got Dayball on the side. That's my fucking quarter. If you knew that, you should have put him in a long time
hmm
ago. Because you can't gamble with your job, bro. This is your job. So if you're gonna gamble, like, and Ted's a gambler. I'm a gambler too. Go with your gut. Don't fucking try to play safe. Because when you play safe and you lose, you fucked yourself. Pause. But that's what happened. Because you be like, man, damn, bro. I just knew that. I knew that plus was going. You ain't bet it though, so nobody cares. Like, they should have already put Jackson in because clearly the energy is completely different. Honestly, with the energy being so different, they have to trade Russ, in my opinion. I would keep Jameis as my backup because I feel like he's a locker room booster. But you got to get rid of Russ because, like, it's never going to be the same if he has to come back on the field besides that one play. Because, like, I'm gonna look around and, like, on some training day, oh, you motherfuckers, okay, like, cause they don't fuck with him, and it's clear. But yeah, man, definitely the energy is shifted. I don't think the play is much different. I mean, they put up 21 points. We know Russ can do more than that, so it's gonna be a case by case. It is very unfortunate that you and I know, and I don't get satisfaction in Malik Nabers getting hurt because regardless if we disagree on where his status is, I love Malik Nabers, and I wanted to see him have a great season. So this sucks, but it's opportunity though. I think Wan'Dale Robinson has the opportunity to really show and cement his name in the NFL. Now I see Ted making that face because he know where he's from, but I'm just being honest. He's the number one now by proxy. So
He's not.
go ahead.
But
Who's the number one?
Darius Slayton would be number one.
Darius Slayton. I'm just saying, bro.
It's just a depth chart
Do
wise.
y'all believe? Okay, production wise, and who y'all think will be the number one target? Y'all got Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
So okay, if
the rookie quarterback, he's gonna
just a quick panel, because I don't want to take too much time. Just a quick panel, little gamble, little bet. Y'all saying by the end of the year, if they healthy, Darius Slayton's gonna have more targets, more yards than Wan'Dale Robinson.
He probably
let's put a dub up.
You won't have probably more
Put
targets.
a dub up.
He's gonna be in the intermediate. No, I don't think you have more targets, but more yards.
Let's put a dub up, and then whoever loses has to get the jersey of the person they didn't pick. How about that?
Okay. Y'all some gambling motherfuckers, boy. I tell you.
Is that fair?
Can I get the internet check?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
I just want to throw one counter out there because you was throwing salt on the Chargers. They did lose their left tackle. So they're down their left tackle, their right tackle. I think the center is not playing either against a great defensive line.
You don't care. You're just using this for your debate. You're just using this for your argument. You know you was pissed because you lost money.
Yeah.
I know you was pissed.
But if you watch the game, Brian Burns is in that motherfucker creating havoc. Thibodeau got
But if that quarterback is him, like y'all said he was, we're not losing to the fucking Giants.
That's not necessarily true. It's not.
Hey,
you
can agree to disagree.
You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow could have lost to the fuck. Now, granted, it's a different matchup, but if it was the Broncos and he didn't have no offensive line, he's gonna get beat up back there. Now, granted, it's the Giants. They should have won. There's no doubt about that. They should have won. Hell, I bet on that. That's probably why they lost. Is because I bet on it. Most of the time, I bet.
We can agree to disagree, but shout out to the Giants. They still the bottom feeders of the NFC East.
Let's move it along to ESPN released the power rankings, man. So right now they got the Eagles at 1, the Bills at 2, the Lions at 3, the Rams at 4, and the Chargers at 5. This is after the Chargers lost too. Mm-hmm. What's y'all's thoughts?
No issue.
So yes, Teddy. I think the Chiefs were like 7 or 8. I think.
Yeah, I think
that's where they were. I was gonna do the whole list, but
2 out of the 3 on this panel have no issues with this list.
Yeah,
I'm one of the 2.
Teddy, what you think, man? Go ahead, cape for your team, man, because I know that's where you at with it.
If we ain't 5, we gotta be 6.
Yeah, I think y'all were like 7.
If we ain't 5, we gotta be 6. In regards of the undefeated teams, they're the most well-rounded. In regards to that, and like with Philly, damn, I can't hate on Philly, but it's like they are so fucking creative when it comes to like every single fucking week they're doing something like just slightly different. They kind of moving that offensive playbook a little bit. They're doing all these exotic blitzes and coverages and shit, and all these high-power offenses look regular. And
they got y'all 7 and the Bucks to 6.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Like the Bucks and the Rams, they just went against Philly, and with the Bucks and Philly game, it wasn't really that competitive. But in regards to the Rams, like they were up. That was your game to win against Philly, and then Philly just found a way. So I'm cool with Philly being number 1. I'm cool with the Bills being number 2. And who you said number 3 was, Mitch?
Lions, Zales Lions.
Yeah, that's a high-powered, damn good offense, and their defense is coming along in regards. They know how to survive. But if they go against a top high-powered offense, it may look different.
You see that Hall of Fame quarterback Matthew Stafford got them boys at 4.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Let's double down on this statement. This shit might crucify me, or this shit make me look like the man. Hey, Puka is that guy. I ain't gonna lie.
He was hating on Puka, dog. They had Mike Evans above Puka. It's crazy.
Who, me?
Crazy. No, in the chat.
Me.
Current, not career.
What you thought I was gonna be scared because you said it?
It was Tevin. It was Tevin and Matt.
Listen, Ted. Don't even. We got panel time. Don't even waste the panel time on it because you ain't changing shit. We can do that off. We can do that off camera.
Crazy,
but,
right?
Hey,
it's crazy.
Shout out to Puka Nacua. He's a game changer.
By the way, Ted, hold on real quick. Just want to let you know, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he has 2 first team All Pros already. I think he's only been in the league 4 years. Mike Evans, Puka. Mike Evans still ain't got one.
He does not have 2. Years. He does not have 2.
I think he has 2.
He does not.
And if he doesn't have 2, crazy thing is, if he doesn't have 2, he has 1. So he still has 1.
He doesn't have 2.
So he has 1. Oh, my bad. He has 1. So he has 1 more than Mike Evans, who's been in the league 10 plus years.
We could dissect this.
We can move it along, man.
But yeah, exactly. Mitch is gonna rush it because he knows he's a crazy person. So we're not gonna dissect it. We're not gonna dissect it. But he's a crazy person who likes to get quick points out and then be like, let's move it along. So let's go to the next
keep going, man. So you brought
up
the Eagles, man. So AJ Brown came out with a tweet, a cryptic tweet, a Bible verse. It says, if you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. He came out later and said this wasn't about, the game or anything that's happening, which I think he's lying. But what are y'all's thoughts? Because I know Tevin feels one way about this. Hey, man, you winning, whatever.
I'm gonna be quick on it. Ocho Cinco spoke on this recently, saying y'all gotta quit being so dismissive of us diva receivers, because if we take the cool route and be okay with our numbers getting reduced, when the off season comes and they start talking contract negotiations and need to make cuts, they'll come to a receiver saying, well, your numbers aren't as good as it used to be, so we want you to take a pay cut. So I can be more what's the word I'm looking for? I can be more what'd you say?
Lenient
or sympathetic for the receiver, the diva, as far as that. But honestly, my thing is this: if you look at the numbers, 3 seasons with the Titans, 3 seasons with the Eagles, he has better numbers with the Eagles. He's winning more with the Eagles. He's got a chip with the Eagles. Like, don't fuck up a good thing. Ask Tyreek Hill. That's all I really got to say on it. But if this is going to continue, he might as well just demand a trade and move on, bro. All this fucking drama shit is lame. This ain't a soap opera.
Teddy, what you think?
I understand his frustration, right? Your job is to be the wide receiver 1. You came in here with an ideology of being a high target guy, high volume guy, and you don't want to waste your best years, not performing, right? You can always fall back on the conversation. We're winning. We won a chip. We beating the shit out of everybody. That's cool. But when it comes down to 10, 15, 20, 30 years, when we all talking, when we old as hell, we look back at his career, we may have these particular things in regards to saying, well, he was winning in Philly, but he wasn't a high volume guy. And you saying the numbers are better, but it's hard for me to believe that when I hear and look at Jalen Hurts throwing for 105 yards, 101 yards, 90 yards. Like, it's hard for me to, like, give that a pass when I know how talented Devontae Smith and how talented AJ Brown is. I don't like seeing it deteriorate and go to a waste. And just because you're winning doesn't mean that you don't want to be putting your impact in the game. I want to be out there and going out there and hooping. I want to be a red zone target where I put my arm up once I come off that release. I want that fucking ball. Straight up.
Hey, you can make it real easy, Ted. Just check your phone. Check your phone and go look at the numbers. That's the easiest way. It's 2025. We got easy access. But a shout out to the comments too. I want to say it was
here's my brother.
The GOAT. Yeah, your brother. Yeah, he had the school little bro. Yeah, he ain't got no first team All Pros.
Crazy. Even with that said, he's been in the league 4 years. He has a second team All Pro.
Can you just admit
what does Mike Evans have, bro?
On, Mitch?
What does he have?
Are you incapable of being wrong, Mitch?
What does he have?
Are you incapable of being wrong, Mitch?
What does he have? I'm glad you said that. My brother also said, who's a Buccaneers fan, he has Puka above Mike Evans. So, anyways, but moving along, man. Moving
Your
along.
brother is your brother. We're not gonna
Oh,
agree
you
on
see, now you
everything,
play
but
both
shout out to
sides.
your
See, here we
brother
go.
for
See, here we go.
still
Play both
checking
sides.
you. You
Please play
talking
both
about first
sides.
team All Pro? Hey, chat. This is what a guy does when he's in denial and he doesn't like to take accountability. He'll try to find another stat to
Watch this. Watch
spice
this.
him up and just
Watch this.
can't admit like, damn, my bad, y'all. I just got a preference. That's all you gotta
You're right.
say.
You're
But
right. Hey,
moving along, like you
hold on,
said,
hold on.
sir. Moving along.
We got two gamblers, right? How
I
much you
thought we
want to
was
put?
moving along.
How much you want to put that Puka's gonna be first team All Pro this year? Huh? How much money you want to put on that?
I'm not betting on that, bro.
Oh, okay. All right then. So at the end of the year, he's gonna have more
It's
first team All
already
Pros.
up. That's
All
you
right.
basically
All right.
giving me like
Cool.
a plus
Cool.
1,000, plus
Cool.
10,000 bet, bro. That's what your ass
I'm
sucks
just
at gambling
saying.
like you
I'm just
did this
saying.
past
I'm
Sunday.
just saying,
So
man.
you shouldn't bet. You really shouldn't bet because you're not that good
Look,
at it. But go ahead.
the one negative about Puka, he gets a lot of targets. He gets hit a lot. I don't think he's having a lot of career in the NFL. To be honest with you, he
It's
he
okay,
gets
y'all.
he
Mitch
gets
really
banged
wants
up
to
a lot.
argue with me on this
So
really bad, but just
so
move to the next subject.
yeah, it's okay. You know you're wrong, but it's okay. Anyways, we
I
go to college
don't
football.
know that.
Ted, you got time for college football real quick, man?
One segment, yeah, and then I'm
Okay,
going. I got
okay.
to put the girls to
Let
All right.
bed.
Ted go first, man, and give him some time.
So let's see. I'm gonna let you pick which game you want to talk about. We got Texas versus Florida. So we got the arch debate, Vandy versus Bama, and Zell's game, Miami versus Florida State. Which one you want to talk about?
I like Vandy versus Bama. It reminds me when Vandy upset Bama a couple years ago, and I feel like, I was talking to Tevin a couple of pods ago about how, when Vandy got to the spanking on South Carolina, even though Sellers was went out hurt that game, Vandy looked top tier, probably the best I've seen Vandy in the last shift
Quarterback still
recent
there
memory.
too.
And
Same quarterback.
and then with Alabama like doing well against Georgia, it's like, are they getting up to shape? Are they climbing up the ranks? Are they showing that they can bang with anybody in the top 10 seedings? So I think that that's a really, really good game. It's a really, really big test for both teams to kind of gauge where they're at. Um, in depth wise, what I'm saying, it's easy for everybody to be like Bama, 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 Bama. But I also think that Vanderbilt is a really good overall team, and I think that they're going to make a lot of noise as long as they are clicking on all cylinders
Yeah,
this
that
week.
quarterback Diego Pavia, whatever, he's like that.
Diego Pavia.
I also didn't know
Uh,
he's been in the college for 6 years,
yeah.
so it's kind of crazy too.
Quick stat check. Ted said a couple years, and it's okay because I mean we be moving and grooving, life be
Was,
fast.
was it
It was
last year?
last year. That was
Yeah.
last year that upset happened. So
Oh, it was last year?
yeah, it was last year. So this is fresh for both teams. Me personally, I and this is crazy saying I'm a UK fan. I love Vanderbilt, man. That culture is insane, dude. Like their coach played for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt. He was a fan of Vanderbilt, and like, obviously outside looking in, I'm like, this is a crazy person. Cause who the fuck likes Vanderbilt? Like during that time, that is insane. But he stuck it through. You got to respect people like that. He stuck it through. He came back. He probably never had to come back, but he was a real one. He came back and he's completely changed the program around. Uh, this Saturday game, we're literally talking about this can be program changing for Vanderbilt because they've already beat them. So they've already shocked the world. They can't shock the world twice because they're a contender. They're actually a bigger contender this year, in most people's opinion, probably, definitely in mine, than Alabama. So Alabama's good. They're ready. They've already been hit in the mouth. They've lost their upset game this year. They can't be like, oh, damn, we slept. They can't come in with that energy. They have to be ready to go yesterday, last week. So pretty much after that last victory they had. So yeah, I think this is going to be a great game.
At
Uh,
Bama too.
I think it's going to be a close one. I would be shocked if it's a blowout on either side because I could more see it for Vanderbilt just because how they moving. But I would be completely shocked. Tuscaloosa is going to be insane on Saturday. I know it because they live, die, bleed, breathe
Crimson.
There's
Yeah.
no way in hell they barely can believe they lost last year. But there's no way in hell they're not gonna go with we lost to Vandy at home. Like if Vandy pull this off, they need to get up out of there immediately because it's gonna be a shit storm, boy. And what's his name? Kalen?
The
Probably
board.
you might as well pack your bag. I don't even care if you can bounce back the rest of the season. They're not gonna fuck with you if you lose to Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt is the bums of the SEC. That's how everybody looks at them, and that's probably never gonna change until they win a natty. And even
Yeah.
if they win a natty, I'm as a SEC fan, we're gonna always look at them like that because that's all we know. So I love it though. They can always have that chip on their shoulder and that fire to be like, okay, y'all think we pussy? Bet we're gonna show y'all on the field, and that's what they've been doing, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
And
To be
Diego,
honest, I thought
yeah,
Kalen DeBoer saved his job with the Georgia win. I mean, yeah, beating Georgia, but you might be onto something. They lose this,
yeah,
it could
he's good if you don't
it could change
lose.
things. Like
He's
it,
good if he don't lose Vandy. He can lose again. He can't lose to Vanderbilt. I'm telling you.
yeah.
That ain't
And like
flying
you
down
said,
there.
in my lifetime, I could be wrong, but in my lifetime, I don't recall Vanderbilt. If they were ranked before, it would probably be like 25. It was never. I don't know if they ever been ranked like this
And
in my lifetime.
it was probably for like
Like,
a week or two.
in
They got
like,
ranked a few years ago. They had I want to say they have either like it's like a solid running back, solid quarterback. I feel like it was more recent, but yeah, most of our lifetime, bro,
like the
they
shit that they
doormats.
Diego
They've
doing,
been in poverty.
Yeah.
like it's fucking ridiculous.
Shout out
Like
to him,
people,
man.
he has
I
people
don't
talking Vanderbilt football. That's how
yeah.
crazy.
I don't know if he's gonna be. He probably won't go to the NFL. He'll probably have to go to like the UFL or one of them.
Hey Tevin, I tell you what,
What's up?
he win this weekend. That might change.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I think he's got the heart for it, but if I'm being realistic, he's gonna go to one of them second tier leagues and probably ball out, and maybe eventually he can get in the NFL. But hey, listen, all I'm gonna say is Diego, live in the moment, man. Enjoy every. You're gonna be a legend no matter what you do the rest of the season. You would have to do, like, you would literally have to shit the bed, and I just don't believe you will. You're a legend in Nashville forever. He probably can do whatever
I
he
think he already
wants.
needs a statue just
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
upsetting
Him
Alabama
and the
last year.
coach.
Just not a big statue, just a little statue
Nah,
somewhere.
that's fucked
Hey,
up.
he
That
needs
motherfucker's a little.
a little statue. He needs a statue, bro.
Little
That's just
statue's
ridiculous.
crazy. That's
So
fucked
I will
up.
let you go, Ted. You know what I'm saying? I know you gotta get out here, be a father and stuff.
Hey, shout out to you, Ted. Maybe on the next pod we have a little more smoke. It was a chill day, man. Shout out to you, man.
Chill vibing off it. Chill vibing
Appreciate
off
you.
it.
Appreciate you coming out today, man.
All right, y'all take care.
Yes, sir.
Oh
What time
yes,
is talking about?
my brother said they were with
Cutler,
Cutler.
yeah. They did. They was smooth with Cutler. Bum
That was a long time.
ass.
That was a long ass time ago though.
Yeah,
Probably like 15.
yeah. They had some good years after that. We would have to look at it. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but
All right, man. Let's
nothing
get
too
to this
major.
Texas Florida game. Uh,
So shit, man.
it ain't much, I just what's your expectations for Arch? Because it's at Florida too. Even though Florida's been not good, they still have players on defense.
So my expectation is he's gonna start off a little rattle. It's the swamp. The fans are gonna show up, and that they want some Gator chomp. And right now the Gator chomp is definitely Arch. So I want to see how he responds in that on that first drive in that environment. That's gonna tell me a lot on how that game's gonna go. But honestly, man, they're so bad. Like I just feel like if he just comes in there calm and just is natural with it, just protect the ball. You don't have to get 400 against these folks.
The thing about that
I mean,
is his coach
that
is
too.
gonna want to throw the fucking football.
You gotta be smart though, because listen, they just USF beat them 18-16 at the swamp. You don't need a lot of points to beat this team. I seen a meme today, and they're like, "What DJ Lagway sees on the field," and it was like 30 people on LSU, and it's fucked up. Cause shout out DJ Lagway. I like DJ Lagway, and I think he can overcome this. Maybe not this season, But I think he can overcome this. Especially, they're gonna have a new coach. We
Yeah,
we see it. So if they get the right coach in there, I think he can overcome this. But yeah, man, I think it should be like a two-score game, y'all. Like I really think it should be two scores or more because they're not good, man. And y'all solid. Y'all got a solid defense. You
yeah. That's the
got
thing. Our defense is so. I guess I could be a homer, but statistically, show we have like a top tier defense.
yeah,
So as bad as Arch could play,
right,
unless you throw pick six, which he could throw pick six, that is
man.
possible. But if you only need probably like 17, 20 points max, that's all you should need to win the game. But
What's the health? What's the health of Wisner and Baxter?
Baxter, I think they already said he's out. He's doubtful, which he's probably not going to play. And then
Okay, so
Wisner's
he's probably
questionable. So
Wisner, my bad.
personally, I'll sit both of them. Our third string Gibson, he's all right.
Unless
But
he's looking super fresh in practice, like he's just perfect to go. Yeah, okay. So
so
it's gonna be more on Arch then. They still need to run the ball to open up the pass. We're gonna see, man. But y'all got some dogs, man. Livingstone is becoming that little
yeah,
freshman of the year like gem that you didn't know because that connection is phenomenal, man. But you still got Wingo. Y'all got more like injuries. The
Injuries,
tight
yeah,
end.
yeah.
Y'all got
It
pieces, man.
should be good, but we expected that against
Should
these other
be
teams
should.
too.
And
So
y'all gotta handle y'all business and not look ahead too because we
got
know what's
OU
coming up
next, yeah.
next. And
So
Red River rivalry is coming up next.
yeah,
And
so
even without that
well,
quarterback, it's
Matilda,
still a
yeah.
rivalry. Go
I
ahead.
just think it's just so much on his plate to like be good. It's like he just has to have probably two. Which granted, nobody's really balling as a quarterback, really for real. Like a standout, going crazy. So I feel like he needs like
We'll
two
get
twenty
to that later.
five,
We'll get to that later.
like a good 200, 225.
Just
You know,
protect the ball, man. You
throw
don't
it
even
to the
need
open
200 for him.
receiver. Like, don't have them like, bro, you're throwing it behind your receiver. It's hitting the dirt. It's like just throw basic level, not elementary, but high school level throws, bro. That's what he's missing. He's missing
Yeah, he's
easy
not.
throws.
But
So, and
I think
I'm
that's
an art
scheme.
supporter.
I think that's coaching. I mean, there's no way they were making all these passes in practice and now he's just missing them. Like something had to have already been an issue that we didn't know about, and it's just coming to light. But I just think, man, if I could talk to Arch one on one, I'd be like, look, Arch, you don't got to be a hero, bro. Just play smart. We don't need any turnovers today. Play smart, play within the offense, let it come natural because these guys they're already almost mentally checked out anyway. So all it's gonna take is a few big
Mhm,
plays to get them rattled, even at home. But just know at home they got a slight superpower because this
mhm.
is one of the worst places in the country as an opponent to play. So you got to come in, focus, stay ready. What time is the game?
I don't know. I
Is it
think
a
it's
night
mid,
game?
I don't think it's the night. I think it's the midday game.
Well,
But
yeah. So that
I
that
do have
takes a
one. I do have
little
one
that
thing to
takes a
say.
little bit off of it because definitely playing at the swamp is at night is real even more intimidating if we're being 100
So
about it.
the reason why I brought up Sark is because everybody's been talking about Ryan Day and Julian Sand like that. They basically, even though they're winning, that Julian Sand is holding them back. And then like Ryan Day's coming out and be like, "Hey man, we're taking it slow. We're not giving them too much
Yeah.
playbook, keeping it simple." I respect that. Sark is like, and I understand why Sark's doing it. It's like you a 5-star, you supposed to be him. I'm gonna throw the whole book at you. I get that, but when it don't work, you should dial it back some and get the easy. Now, granted, he's still missing easy plays, but because Julian Sand ain't doing nothing crazy. Because people are saying hell, Jeremiah Smith ain't hooping, and they're saying it because the Julian Sand dude is like checking the ball down. He ain't throwing it deep, doing all that stuff. It's like I'm cool with that. I'd rather have them check downs, and then you try to think too much and throw in a deep ball interception. That's what Arch is doing. He's thinking too much, and then he's late on his throws. He's behind somebody throwing a deep pick. He was getting interceptions against trash opponents. It ain't even top tier. It's like
Didn't he
bad.
throw one against San Jose State?
Yeah, like it was bad. Like I think he threw it like across his body on the other side of the field. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
man,
Your
enough
brother
Texas
said
talk.
this is Arch's real test and that The whole season and in the
defensively,
SEC.
Well, Ohio State was his best test so far, but
Yeah, but
this is his first game.
I don't count week 0, week 1. That's a teaser game. Like this is a true test because this is conference play. This is really what matters for your ranking. They gonna look at that, but like that. They're gonna look like
Mhm.
that. They're not gonna stare at that. You feel me? This game, though, this is gonna be on the resume. Like, okay, y'all had y'all first real road test in conference play. How'd y'all do? Regardless of their record, this is the
Yeah.
swamp. This is
Oh no,
legendary.
It's his first real test. I agree.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
think the
this is
OU
legendary.
game is going to be better. Only thing that sucks is their quarterback's
Oh
not
yeah.
playing. So it's like, but
Yeah, but
defensively, Brent Venables he brings a good
yeah,
defense.
exactly. And it's
So
the rivalry. The
yeah,
rivalry's
and
always
that
gonna
and it
spice
go
it
either
up.
way. Like
Exactly. So
Texas has been a heavy favorite before in that game and get smoked and lose. So we'll
yeah.
be
So
up
I
when they had
mean,
Caleb Williams and we fucking who's their fucking quarterback? The dude Spencer Rattler was our quarterback
mhm.
and he got benched and Caleb Williams came in and he had his whole career made off of this fucking Texas game.
Right,
Anything in this
right,
game is possible. So
right,
next now, granted, I'm like I said, I'm not trying to move forward to next week, but
right.
if they lose to Florida, I'm not gonna lie to you, they might have to look at the backup. Like it's bad. Like, it's bad.
Yeah,
It's way
yeah.
that like DJ Wagner throwing 5 picks against LSU, and you said they lost to Central Florida. You and I hope not because I want to support Arch, but I mean I call a spade a spade. If you ain't performing on the football field, hey man, best man on the field. I don't care what your name is. Now, granted, they paying him all this money, so I don't know if they're gonna do that, but I'm trying to win. And Sark's
Yeah.
expectations has got Texas is playoff national championship. So you can't really if he loses, I ain't gonna lie, we might not make playoffs, to be honest with you. But it'd be tough.
Nah, you in the
If you
SEC,
lose this
man.
game, and then if we make it to the SEC championship,
Yeah.
if we play Georgia, hell, we can't beat Georgia. So that's 3 loss. I don't. They say don't go against you, but I ain't
I
like we
would
lose to
say
Florida, bro.
y'all don't
I'm
want
not.
to lose this game, but in the SEC, I think it's a high probability to me a SEC team can be 8-4 and make the 12, depending on how that 8-4 played out. If you got some good wins with that 8-4 and those losses aren't bad losses, just close losses to great competition, I could see an 8-4 team making it. So I wouldn't count them out yet, but I would definitely say they would take a major hit losing,
Uh,
even at the swamp, losing to this Florida
EJ
team
don't.
with the
EJ don't love
expectations they
football.
got.
EJ don't love football, but he's gonna love if fucking
Oh yeah,
if,
for
if
sure,
ours don't do good. He's gonna know
for
everything about
sure.
football that day. He's gonna come in here like he watched the game and everything. So
Right,
let's
for
pivot real
sure.
quick. Teddy said, "Who's the best team in college football?"
And they got to be one of the O's at this point,
Yeah,
Ohio State or Oregon, because they have the best play right now, and they're undefeated. Both teams are undefeated, and Ohio State beat the pre-crowned #1 next national champion. But I would say if you made me pick one, probably Oregon, because Oregon went into Happy Valley and took care of them boys. Got them up out of there. So
Damn, I didn't know EJ was in the chat.
EJ in the chat.
I'm calling a spade, and you know if Arch does bad, you're gonna come
Yeah,
in here
he
like you watched
always
the whole
watching.
game, bro. You know
Yeah,
you're
he
going to.
always watching. So
But I want to disagree with you, but
yeah, ain't
Oregon,
nothing to go off of,
it
bro. We only
really,
got 4 or 5 games in,
yeah,
and
there's
this is
not
what we
really
got.
like I said, there ain't been a team that's been like, damn, they're like the front runners. And ain't no. Does Ohio State play Oregon every year in the regular
No,
season?
it depends on the schedule. They're
Oh,
not.
damn.
It's not like a locked rivalry,
It's like
and
that would
plus
be the
they're
determining
new.
factor. So I
Yeah,
guess
Oregon's like y'all in the Big Ten, how y'all are in the SEC. They new, so shit's
okay.
not locked in. Like, and shit's crazy. I seen a weird stat or a weird fact that we're gonna play y'all at home before we play Texas A&M at home. Like
Oh,
that's the conference realignment. How crazy it is. Texas A&M has been in the SEC since 2012.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's just they're trying to fix that conference realignment because it's been so many changes. They got to get that right. So we're gonna only have three. Everybody's only gonna have three conference game,
I'm glad
non-conference games.
I'm
There'll
glad
be
you said that
4.
because it brings up. I had that on the list. I don't know if I added it or not. Yeah, I added it. What's your thoughts on the SEC adding one more conference game?
I'm fine with it. I mean, they're trying
Does
to.
it make the S like because people are saying that the SEC ain't as like prominent as it used to be. But I feel like you add another. I feel like you add another game. It kind of like what you said, like a 4-loss SEC team might not be able to make it, but I feel like a 4-loss SEC team and your 4 losses are in the SEC. I feel like it makes it a little different. I feel like it puts up the SEC on a little pedestal because a
I
little bit.
still think at this point, I think people are crazy. I think you can still get a 4 loss could make it. A prime example could be, Texas. If y'all have already lost a non-conference, let's say y'all lose to
We played
2 or 3 more. It would be 3 more ranked SEC opponents, and they were close loss. But y'all had at least, you know, 3 or 4 good wins. Y'all could be in that conversation, but I don't know how difficult y'all schedule is. Somebody that could be a
well.
4 loss.
We still have A&M left,
Okay,
Georgia
that's fine.
left, Vandy
Georgia,
left,
Vandy,
and OU. So
OU. So
I don't think
yeah,
we lose.
honestly, because that's all y'all got left, y'all gotta really at
We
least
only
be
could
two
probably
and
lose
two
one
in
of
that
them.
schedule. Y'all
Maybe
gotta be at
Georgia.
least 2 and 2 against them and win out on other games. Like I could give you an example, Kentucky, which this is not gonna happen, but Kentucky could be an example of a team that could go 8-4 and make the playoffs in a hypothetical non-existent world because majority of the rest of our teams that we play are insane. So even if what right now we got 2 losses or 3. It's 2,
You
right?
talking about
We got 2 losses.
Kentucky?
Yeah, they got 2 losses.
Two. You lost to Ole Miss, and then y'all lost to
Ole
South
Miss, and then we
Carolina.
just lost South Carolina. So that's it. So yeah, if they lost 2 more times to uh big
Hey,
SEC
y'all can be a
opponents,
top 12 team if y'all win out. I don't know.
but
That's
you got
tough.
to look at our schedule real quick. I think most of the people we play are like ranked.
Yeah,
So
it's just
That's
tough.
that's a hypothetical though. Like your schedule has to look something like a Kentucky in the SEC to be an 8-4 team and make it right. But everybody's schedule's not like that. Like y'all's is not because outside of those 4 you named, what was the other? What was the other 4 or 3 that's left outside of
Our
Florida?
non-conference was trash besides Ohio State.
Yeah.
So
So Florida, y'all got Florida. Who else? Because you named 4 big SEC teams, so y'all got at least
we got
4.
Arkansas. Arkansas is not
Arkansas,
good.
yeah.
Texas A&M, Georgia,
You already named them.
Vandy, Mississippi State. We play Kentucky too.
Mississippi State, solid. And then who else?
Kentucky. Yes.
Kentucky. So yeah, so you wouldn't want to lose to a Kentucky or a Florida based off this season, right? But if you lost to Mississippi State, the committee might not. Where is that at? Too? Is that at Mississippi State or is that at home?
I think it's at Mississippi State.
So yeah, if y'all lost a game like that, but won majority of y'all games, they're not gonna hold that against you. Yeah, I think they're as far as, but and that's just giving an example of how the schedule works and how their mindset. But as far as the actual, adding a game, I don't think it makes a difference as far as us getting teams in. It's more so iron sharpen iron. I think that's the mentality that we're just trying to play. It helps, I guess, in the eyes of the committee, but yeah, I think you'll see a lot of those, especially the major teams. They're gonna schedule tough non-conference still as well. Like you're not gonna get a school unless they're just the bottom of the SEC is gonna schedule like 3 FCS opponents or some bum. Like people are gonna still play those crazy.
I think the reason they're doing it because they were holding it against them for so long. 'Cause I think the SEC was like that was our
One of the
thing.
few
We're
teams.
the
Yeah.
SEC. We don't have to have that
Yeah, we
extra
just play
game.
8. Most
We just
most
so
everybody else plays 9. But we've added so many teams. I
yeah.
think we do need 9 because we're not getting our fair share of the
Everybody,
rotation
yeah.
of the games. That's more so what it is for me. Resume, man, the SEC speaks for itself. Everybody knows when you go when you go look at these teams, man, and you're checking to see who's in these starting lineups in the NFL, you'll look at especially a defense. You'll look at a D line and you'll be like, damn, that whole D line is from the SEC. You'll see that so much
Just hold on.
frequent
Let's get to the
in the
chat real
NFL.
quick. Hold on. Teddy
What's up?
said A&M about to put up 550 of offense with total yards. I don't know if you're talking about Texas, but I'll bet that they ain't putting up 550 against Texas. They'll put up some yards. They might put up 400. 550 ain't happening. Let's see. He said Teddy said is Lemon as good as the boys at A&M?
Yeah,
Tevin and Mitch.
No, I don't. He hasn't showed me that. So
Okay.
yeah, no.
My brother said the Big Ten is the second best conference.
Yeah.
Where would Indiana and Penn State fall in the SEC? People
Yeah.
are wild thinking it's the best. I don't know, man. I'm kind of a believer in the.
Don't get lost. See, you do that. Don't get lost in the moment.
Y'all always call me an old head. I get stuck in the old SEC. Now, granted, Tennessee's kind of came back a little bit the last few years, but like the reason I say that is because, or let's say, it used to be more top heavy. It could be one or two things. Back in the day, it was like you had Kentucky didn't beat Florida for like, what was it, 10 years or something? Or 10, it was a long ass time. Florida ain't good like they used to. There's like teams took a step back, and other teams took a step, like Vanderbilt's better, but Florida's trash.
Florida win in 07 don't hit the same now. Like back then, a Florida win in 07, whoo, we set the town on fire.
Like,
now it's just like
not as same. It's not the same as to me.
Yeah,
like,
it's GG's. Like,
granted, Georgia's still great, Alabama's still great, but Tennessee was, they might not have been Alabama. Hell, at one time they was real close.
Yeah, they was up there. They was up there. They was always under them, even back in the day. Though they was up there.
Like,
they was always.
They was slightly underneath the like.
Florida was more of a newfound thing when we was coming up because Florida had won before, but the way they was winning under the Urban Meyer, that was a new wave for them. They weren't used to that type of success, that type of media coverage because I mean they had all the crazy shit, the criminal activity off the field, like they had a hell of a storyline. But yeah, man, the SEC's still top dog. The only way y'all can
it's closer though. Y'all might have it. I feel like it might be a little closer though than in years. In years past, it was like no question.
If it's a little closer, the SEC's here, the Big Ten's here.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying recency bias because
100%. I'm saying with them adding Oregon, even though Oregon always, in my perspective,
that's what I'm saying. We can't talk about them. What does Oregon want?
They fall short, but they still make time. But they still boost the conference up. It's like in the SEC, you'll say Georgia, Alabama.
But this is the thing. Historically, here, Mitch, when you think about it, historically, you can't even say Tennessee's or Oregon because Tennessee got natties. Like
but they ain't been
the
relevant.
Prestige don't match up. The prestige don't match up. Now I will say, is the success in this modern era more looking over there? No, I wouldn't even say that. I think they just have more over there now than they have in a long time. The Big Ten, man, they got a lot of old success. If we being honest, Michigan goes 100 years back plus.
They just won a couple years ago.
Huh? Yeah, I know, but that was breaking a curse because let's think about them 07, 08 teams. Even before that, they always could get in the conversation. But the SEC literally it was like 4 years straight. They won the Natty, like, and they've been in the mix. I'm pretty sure if you
those top heavy.
Yeah,
I think both at one time. I feel like it's more of a level. I feel like it's just a more of a level playing field. Or even though you say Oregon ain't won shit, you say Georgia, Alabama. That's it. Now recency bias, I can say Michigan because they won a couple of years ago, but Michigan has won, Ohio State's won. So those are the two top dogs. And then what's the third team in the SEC?
Even adding Texas and Oklahoma, y'all.
I know. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all just getting back
my
to
bad,
that
Ted.
status.
My bad. I bow out. I forgot about us being in the SEC.
Come on, man.
Yeah, my fault. I was bugging.
Look, you got
I
caught
was
in the
bugging.
moment. Like, bro,
bugging.
it's
Yeah.
Alabama.
Never
You got
mind.
Alabama. You got Georgia. You got Tennessee. You got Florida. You got Texas. You got Oklahoma. And that's just the first 6. You
Yeah,
can
I was
throw
bugging.
Auburn,
bugging.
to me, has a
I was
better
bugging.
prestige than, if you wanted me to be fair, Auburn has a better prestige than Oregon. They beat them in a natty.
That's crazy.
They beat them in a natty.
But
and didn't they win? They won 2 natties, didn't they?
who, Auburn?
Did they win the one under Gus Malzahn?
Well, Gus Malzahn.
Or no, they went with Gus Malzahn, right?
Well, Cam won it. I think Cam won with Gus. I thought Cam won with Gus Malzahn.
Gus Malzahn, whatever coach came after Cam, they went to a natty with him.
Yeah, they might.
The one with the glasses. I can't think of his name. I thought that was Gus Malzahn.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was tripping.
They went to a natty with him.
I was tripping. I forgot about OU.
I don't even. Yeah, Gus Malzahn. Yeah, no. What was dude's name before Gus Malzahn?
And what was his name? He's a good coach too.
Yeah, he didn't last that long because they had too much off the.
Yeah, they had
off the field bullshit.
Not Hugh Freeze. Damn, what's his name? I can't think of his freaking name. He was a good coach.
That's what I'm saying. When you want to compare somebody to Oregon, it'd be Auburn, and they got a natty over them. Like Oregon's just they're the team you like to look at, man. They got all the shit on the field.
I ain't gonna lie. I forget. I will say, I will stand by my statement if OU and Texas didn't join. I will say that it got close. But you adding, OU ain't really done shit. It does add to, because Indiana, OU, you're gonna say OU. Indiana's been playing good. It's OU football. So I can't even I was tripping. We can move it along. I can't believe I fucking said that.
You got caught in the reset bias.
Yeah, I forgot all about us. I forgot about the great program of Texas having to come save the SEC. I forgot.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. We had them Texas boy to come save y'all, man.
How many natties y'all got? Like one?
One in the last 25 years. I think we got one back in like the 50s or 60s or something. But we want to do this talk about play. Like we don't want to talk, Texas.
Yeah,
if you want to talk Texas versus Kentucky, we can easily do that.
I mean, that's different. But a quick stat: Big Ten overall has 32 titles. SEC has 27. But I think right now SEC is still king. But that's a great conversation.
Big Ten was different back in the day.
That's a different kind. I mean, Minnesota has 6 of those fucking natties, and we've never seen Minnesota win a natty. So yeah, it's Big Ten, SEC, and then next is Pac-12 with 15. So if that's to give you, those are the top for sure. Honestly, if they ever crumble on some conferences,
that's what
Big Ten and SEC won't never go anywhere.
EJ said it was Gene Chizik. That's who it was.
Gene Chizik. There we go. Thank you, EJ.
Yeah. Teddy said, "Hurry up, no Google." That's what he said. He said, "Hurry up, no Google. Top 5 receiver in college history. Talk to me, Mitch and Tevin." Damn.
Teddy got a monitor in his room whenever he has his points, so I feel him.
Oh man.
Top 5 receivers in college. I don't know, bro.
Heisman. Oh man, it's crazy.
Let's look. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that on the next talk.
I want to say Devontae. Oh man, I'm gonna
sound
like a hater.
A little list together, and we can.
I'm a pig.
Cause if I said somebody now, I'd be like Devontae Smith, just because it's more recent and he had multiple Biletnikoffs in a row and natties. So yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that right now.
Yeah, my brother said Peter Ward. Peter Ward was cold. It's just. I would say something silly like Michael Crabtree, because his season was crazy. And what he did at Texas. But I know he ain't top 5.
I ain't even gonna jump on Michael Crabtree like that. I don't feel like
in college at Texas Tech, he was like that.
I don't feel like putting that energy in there today.
Dez ain't a top 5 receiver, but Dez was cooking. Is Michael Crab? I'm telling you, Michael Crabtree at Texas Tech. Oh yeah, Randy. My brother said Randy Moss. Yeah, for sure. Like Randy Moss, what he did at Marshall was
That's
crazy.
automatic. Well, yeah.
Like
Peter
that's
Work was before I really got
yeah. Peter
into
Work was cold
football,
at
so
Florida
I
State.
don't know him like that.
He was. Hey, Peter Work was. He was like that. It's just. Teddy said Devontae Smith. Devontae is like I can't knock it because he won the Heisman and his stats were crazy.
Yeah, let's
But
just
would
say
I,
that topic though. We can do that next week. I'm cool with that, man.
would I personally take Devontae Smith over Julio? No, I wouldn't. In college, even though Devontae Smith in college was, he was frying up there.
What we got
It's
next
just,
on the agenda?
it was another football game. Oh, Miami and Florida State. What's your thoughts on it, man?
I think Florida State got hit in the mouth unexpectedly. I don't know how they weren't ready for that. Virginia loves to fuck everybody's fucking bets and parlays up and shock the world. I mean, bruh, I don't know if they got fined, but that was crazy. As soon as Buddy dropped it, they
Hey,
was
I hope
already on the
the
field.
reports
That
never
shit
came
was
out if he was
insane.
okay or not. I feel like he
Yeah,
probably got like he had to get
yeah,
stumped
that's what
on.
I'm saying. They definitely. I don't be on. I don't try to kill fun, but that's some shit you gotta get fined because like damn like make
You
sure
know,
the
that's crazy.
game's over, y'all. Like thirsty. That's how you know they ain't never been there before. Like act like you been there before. I've rushed the field before, but you just wait till the game is over, man. That's
Yeah, that
thirsty.
was.
But
And overall, there's nothing security can do in that situation. You can't
right,
stop it. So
exactly.
it's
So
gonna happen, but they should at least have the decency. 10, 15 seconds. At least get the player like he was on the
man, it was
ground.
instant, boy. It was
Like
instant. You blinked and that it was already everybody was on the field. But yeah, I think that was their. Unfortunately, they had to be their season awakener to like, hey, get like let's get right, get it the fuck together, you
do you
know,
think? Do
like
you
this
think it?
is
Do
crazy.
you think it benefited them to lose to go into this game?
I think
Like
so a little bit because now you ain't smelling yourself, and you know Miami ain't no punk bitch. They no punk bitch. So you got to be ready. Like you got the game at home. You got to come out blazing. You know, Castellanos, he's been talking a lot of shit this year. So he got to back it up the most, man. But I think Florida State does have a chance to beat the U or Miami. I don't even. They ain't earned the U, man. We know the U, but they ain't earned the U moniker
so you
yet. But
got
I definitely
so you got Florida State.
I'm gonna take Florida State this week.
Okay.
I feel it.
I want.
I got a feeling.
I don't like Carson Beck, and Zell be gassing up fucking Miami, so I don't want to go. I have to go against Miami, even though I will say their defensive lineman. What's his number? Number like 6 or something. I'm already, I'm sold. I want the Titans to go ahead and get him now. We need an edge rusher, and he be out there move. He be. It's early in the season. Yeah, he
I
be
need to
out
just
there.
go ahead and trade Simmons, get him out of hell, and get some
Nah,
capital
man.
off
That's
him.
what we always do. We trade our best players and then we go to shit. No, keep him, man. Keep him for a couple, like until his
You
contract's
could
up.
get a lot for Simmons though. He's like a top 3 defensive player.
And nobody knows him. That's the craziest thing ever. He is.
That's what I'm
He has
saying.
he had one of the quickest sacks on a quarterback I've ever seen in my life against you all. That shit was terrible offensive line play. They snapped the ball and like it was sacked. I said that's fucking crazy. Anyways, man.
Besides our little back and forth, I have not bragged about beating y'all because that's not
No,
a brag.
we're
We're
fucking
supposed to
terrible.
beat
But
y'all.
yeah, back to the Florida State, man. I think it's gonna be a good game though. Like
Yeah, for
it's
sure. For sure. Probably game of the
it might
week.
have that
Probably game
feeling
of the
of
week.
old Miami, Florida State. Last year wasn't because Florida State was ass, and Miami was good, but it's not so. They were like hit or miss, being good or not. So it can say a lot in this season. Like if Miami wins, this might catapult them to be possibly be better than Ohio State and Oregon, at least ranking wise, because it'd be a good win. Like
I
you
think this
can't.
is a great win, definitely for Miami if they win. I mean Carson Beck, you know, we wrote him off, so he's definitely responding to the pressure well. This is a great win, but they're not going to really get their just dues until they finish out their regular season and make the playoffs, because that's when people are going to really give them their full respect because honestly, like let's keep it a bean. I know we got Louisville fans, Miami fans, Florida State fans. ACC ain't like that. ACC doo doo. They
Ruben
don't feel
Bain, yeah,
off
you're right, Zell. Ruben
tremendous.
Bain, that's what I was talking about. Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain, yeah, Ruben Bain, he's him, man. Like,
Yeah. Hey, go ahead and draft him, dog.
Ruben Bain was cold as hell on College 25. I ain't really played with him this year, but on 25 he was him early. But yeah, man, the ACC ain't like that. So they getting their props because they're meeting expectations or overachieving. Honestly, I think in some people's eyes because people weren't too sure on Miami, but they got to finish out the season strong and make some noise in the postseason. I think to really earn their respect and maybe get that U moniker that Zell swears up and down they still have. So
Okay. Moving along. We ain't got too many other topics. I feel like it went under the radar. This Bobby Petrino, getting the interim tag of Arkansas for locals. Well, for me, because he coached at Louisville twice. Had success and then came back, had a little success, and then it ended terribly. He was at Arkansas previously. He got fired from there because allegedly messing with a younger lady, and messing with I guess she was married or had a boyfriend or something. A motorcycle wreck, or he got them hands put on him allegedly. So
allegedly,
Arkansas head
no
coach,
quotations.
yeah, Arkansas's head coach got fired.
Gotcha.
Bobby Trino put his hand up. Hey man, yeah, I'll take the job, and immediately fired. Now, granted, I get why he fired the defensive assistants because they got smoked in the previous game. But it's the only reason I kind of didn't like it is how he was in Louisville, and they said that he had his whole family in there, like as coaches. And so I'm like, and a lot of people do that, like they have but it was like the way it ended in Louisville was bad with the family, and they said that the players they know where his office was. They didn't ever talk to him. Like he was bigger than the program. So what's your thoughts on Barbara Petrino, man, getting a second stint at a Power 5 school and a reunion?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this.
Could he be a threat? Hey, could he make it be a threat? Arkansas and Kentucky, man.
First, let me tell you this. That is. Sorry, got a little distracted. But first, I'm gonna tell you this. This man, Bobby Petrino, is a true All-American hero. Because there ain't no man I ever seen other than Bobby Petrino in college football who can do good for a program, go to the NFL, not even finish his first year because shit didn't go his way, already have his bags packed, back in college throwing up the pig suey, fuck that shit up, crash out, go to WKU, make them look great, and find his way back to Louisville, even though, and I argue with Louisville fans like, y'all, like, he don't have no loyalty. Y'all want this man? They're like, yeah, we'll take it. He's better than Strong.
The success he had previously.
Get caught up in the success. The man, one thing I can say about the man is definitely an offensive. Yeah, he's an offensive guru for sure. But look, he finds a fucking way, man. So that's the true American dream because motherfuckers be fucking up all the time, and he finds a way. But honestly, I think they're gonna be a lot better to finish the year. I don't know if they're gonna make a true splash and like contend for the playoffs or anything, but they'll definitely probably make a bowl game for sure with him. And if they decide to keep him moving forward, they can go to new places in the future. I think with Bobby Petrino because the way he knows offense, they got Taylor Green. Taylor Green's a special talent. If anybody can get the best out of him,
he's very athletic quarterback.
And we're not going to say he's the Lamar Jackson. Like, we're not crazy, but we've already seen what Bobby Petrino can do with Lamar Jackson. And let's be fair, he didn't want Lamar Jackson.
No,
that wasn't his quarterback, and he figured it out once he realized what the talent was. He's that good of an offensive quarterback. My
brother said in the chat,
and coach. Go ahead.
My brother said in the chat, he said it's crazy to me that Louisville and Arkansas both took his ass back. Yeah, that's what we were saying. And then he said That man coached a Monday night game in Atlanta, and 2 hours after the game was talking to Pig Sooie Razorbacks in an introductory press conference.
Exactly. That's what
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying. But that's college football. They will trade their soul for a dub.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I don't have an issue with him firing his staff. We know he runs a lot of his own shit as far as the ship and the offense. So
It's probably you're probably cool with it if you win. Is
yeah, he's
when
got to
stuff goes
win.
bad.
That's it. That's it. He's got to win. If the ship's gonna go down, you want it to go down on your terms.
Yeah.
So this is very smart for him. We'll see what they do. I got them getting 6+ wins for sure. With Bobby
This year or the
Petrino.
following year?
At this year.
This year?
Next year they have to be in contention for the playoffs. He's got to
Damn,
get
that's
recruit.
so.
Yeah, because man, listen, that team was good last year. They already got pieces. They've already made splashes. They've already made splashes. Next year, you gotta go out, do your recruiting, get some transfers, keep your core talent you have, and go make a splash
Okay.
for contention. I ain't saying
Okay.
win the motherfucker. I'm
All
just
right.
saying
I
continue.
think we only got like one more topic, possibly. Lane Kiffin came out and said
Yeah,
that
that's right.
dynasties in the SEC are over. So
Mhm.
basically, what he was saying is that like the Alabamas, when you stockpile players, like you got your second and third string players, you are keeping them all 3 or 4 years. So no matter what, if we had a down, like, all right, we didn't win either. That's this past year. Hell, this next group we have coming in, we're gonna be right back. But he was saying with the NIL and the transfer portal is not. He's saying it still can be done, but it's more difficult because these players are like, well, fuck that. I ain't sitting here a year. I'm gonna go get this bag. I'm gonna go to this school. Do you agree or disagree? It's not saying that the SEC still ain't gonna be powerful, but it's like the Alabamas ain't gonna be the Alabamas. Even though Georgia's still up there, he's saying it's gonna be more difficult for Georgia to be there every year. Or I kind of disagree because I feel like certain schools is always gonna have that, like Ohio State. I feel like Ohio State. I feel like it's damn near impossible for them to fall out. The Alabama was different because Nick Saban was Alabama. So I feel like I compare it to this. No matter personally, I'm a UK hater, but no matter who they have as a coach, UK basketball is UK basketball. They might not be the number one, but they're still always going to be able to compete just off a name alone. So that's how I think. So what's your thoughts on it?
And I think to piggyback off that UK statement, you see the difference when you get somebody in there who cares about the culture and the program. Obviously, much love to Cal. He definitely changed a lot, but Cal is not a super college guy. Cal was I'm trying to change young men and their families' lives. So he was more important about getting that talent to the next level. He cared more about getting that talent to the next level. He didn't care if we won a natty. That was extra to him. So when you get somebody, and that's why I'm not sold on Kalen DeBoer to go back to college football. I'm not sold on Kalen yet because you got to have somebody in there that nobody's ever going to be Nick Saban, right? But you can live, breathe football the Alabama way. If Kalen doesn't make it this year, I think you have to strongly consider putting in your boy from Clemson. I think
That'd
that's
be
the
good too.
coach you want
Yeah,
to get to that Bama culture. But I'm going
Dabo
to
can do
go
that.
to your question that you asked me as far as and I know that y'all know I be like, what the fuck? Like I be spinning the rock a little bit like like I'm Kyrie or something. But my point is to say all that it depends on who's running the culture for these SEC teams. I think Lane Kiffin is feeling himself right now because they doing big things and he's trying to shake shit up. Lane Kiffin still hasn't had his moment yet in the SEC. He had a chance when he was back in the day with Tennessee and he dipped out going for his dream job. That shit didn't work out.
No, I agree. Lane Kiffin's that coach. He's the coach version of how people look at Oregon and Penn
Yeah,
State. Like, he
exactly.
gets
He
there
never meets.
like last year with Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
You thought they was gonna be, and then
He never
no,
meets
it don't happen.
expectation. They lost to us. So I think he's trying to shake it up because with these transfers, that's where he wants to see it going. I think that it's a more of a, I'd say a 51-49. That there's still going to be 51 being there's still going to be dynasties because I mean, are we writing Georgia off?
No,
I
you
don't think
can't.
we write them
I
off.
was,
They lost.
no, they just
Yeah,
lost.
we don't write them off. Georgia can still be a dynasty. LSU, they have multiple championships. They can be a dynasty. I don't see it because another coach that never meets their expectation, Brian Kelly. Like you got to show me, but there's plenty of potential. Hell, Ole Miss. If we're gonna be fair, Ole Miss could be a potential dynasty if Lane Kiffin can get it together. So I think he's just saying that right now because
He
he's
is.
trying to
I feel.
shake the
I feel you.
shake the
I feel you basically
shake the
saying,
foundation.
and I agree. He's Lane Kiffin is like the clickbait type
For
coach.
sure, for
He does.
sure.
He
I mean, you seen what he did talking about his daughter after the game. Like, I'm
yeah
trying to see where Wits at. Like, he
yeah.
loves it. He loves it. All press is good press to him.
All right, man.
But
Last thing,
to
I know you want. I know you wanted to talk about Trinidad
yeah,
Chambers, bro. You
yeah.
go ahead get your shit off, man. What you
Man,
want to talk
Trinidad,
before?
shout out Trinidad, man. Hell of a name, bro. I really hope when I don't know what kind of vibes they got over there, but Lane Kiffin's definitely the clickbait. Man, let that man come out to all gold everything when he come out because he's really shining and he's really feeling himself, man. If y'all don't know, this kid went undrafted. I'm sorry, undrafted, unranked. My bad. We ain't even got there yet. He went unranked coming out of high school. He ended up going to Ferris State, which is a D2 college. Nobody was checking for him. He did his thing at Ferris State. They went 14-1. I think they won the national championship,
I
or they
think they
was in the
did.
contention. What'd you say?
I thought I read that they
Yeah,
did.
I
Don't
think
quote me
they
on that.
won the
I think
national championship, and then he went on to. He's just supposed to be a backup here at Ole Miss.
mhm.
Unfortunately, the Ole Miss starter got hurt, and although he was playing pretty solid, when Trinidad got put
He
in,
wasn't playing like this. He wasn't playing
the
like
numbers
this.
are way better. The stock is skyrocketing right now. We're actually talking about Ole Miss being a serious contender and not sleeping on it this year because it just feels different. It feels different with Trinidad. And we're seeing a lot of this too, Mitch. You go to Tennessee, you got
Hmm.
the quarterback there, and I love that kid too.
Aguilar
Name's
or
just
something like that. I think
yeah,
Aguilar.
Aguilar. He came from App State, showing the fuck out. Also, we were just talking about another quarterback earlier, Diego Pavia. These are guys who've been slept on, and shout out to the NCAA because they probably never would have made it here.
I'm glad you said
With
you. So you think this is a good? You think this is a good for college football? Because this
I
isn't like
love it,
you
man.
don't. You didn't
Listen,
see this before. It's like you had your five
listen.
star, and that was your quarterback. Your four
Listen, with
star, that was your quarterback.
COVID, we got to put a pause on life for a little bit, which was scary, but great for these college kids that we might not know who these kids were if it wasn't for COVID because they got extra years of eligibility. There's new rules, especially with this NIL going on. So we're seeing kids that usually win to get these chances because it was all about the brand, but now it's actually about the players. It's really about the players. The players
Right.
matter. The NIL is big. So, man, I
Main thing.
expect
Hold on, real
Trinidad.
quick. The main thing I want people to
But
know, just the NIL is great, but just the kids being able to leave. Now, granted, I do feel like they should change it a little bit. I don't feel like you should be able to leave, even though the coaches can leave whenever they want. I don't think you should be able to leave every year.
yeah,
Maybe you get one, maybe two transfer. I don't know. I don't like that they can leave every year, but just a transfer, being the ability to be able to be like, hey man, I'm not getting my opportunity because before you were locked in, like you had to stay. Like now they can like springtime. Now, granted, it's kind of crazy they leave in the spring, but they can leave. Hey man, yeah, I'm in the transfer portal. Like I want to, and you got it's the old school people be like, hey man, they're getting an education. They should be respectful and just be cool with that. No, man. Some of these kids don't care about their education. Their goal is to go to the league and try to make millions of dollars to better their family for generations. So, and
man,
I'm always for the
piggyback
play.
off that, Mitch. Not only do some of these kids don't not care about their education, A lot of these schools don't care about if the kid get their
Right. They don't
education.
either. They
As
want them
long
to
as they get
win.
their
Yeah.
their minimum quota on what their requirement is for academics, their job is to make money and win
Mhm.
championships and bring more attention to
To the
the
school. I'm
universities.
glad you
Yeah,
said that
to the
because I don't
programs.
know if you a perfect example of this is I will give Cal. My brother also said this in chat. He said somebody should clip that because you ain't never heard me give UK credit when I said something about UK. I give y'all credit. Not really, you're right. When it's due with certain things. So like this right here,
Yeah.
Coach. I had a roommate in college. He was from New York. I said, "What brought you to UK?" He said, "Kentucky basketball." I said, "Man, you passed a lot of states to come here just for this." And I say that is because people don't realize how much money these kids are generating.
Yeah.
And at one time they weren't getting paid it out. Well, some people were getting paid, but
Off the
not to the
books. Off the books.
not to what
Yeah.
they were supposed to be making.
Not on the books. They was not getting
Like
paid on the books.
it wasn't. And Coach Cal like on campus because I was there a long time ago. Y'all call me old. When I was at UK, now granted I understand through time everything gets better. You know the facilities are gonna get better. But I attribute a lot of that to UK success and the money that UK brought in because people are coming from everywhere for UK basketball. That school, like the university, I don't know if any dorm that when I was there is even on UK's campus anymore. Like the money that is at that campus is ridiculous. And I attribute some of it is because they always say football brings in more money, which it does because
it does.
It does. It's a fact. But UK basketball.
The brand of UK basketball is phenomenal and way astronomically way bigger than the football brand. But honestly, that just shows you how bad our AD is because you could really play off the basketball and instantly shoot up UK stock in football because you've been to the campus. We got $1 million facilities. You just gotta go for the right coach. But you can't go for the right coach when you got the wrong people in charge.
Yeah.
So
you got
they
any
don't
other
love
topics,
football
man?
like me, Mitch. They don't love football like me. It's basketball, and them motherfuckers want to be Alabama fans. Nah, we ain't doing.
I don't know, man. Y'all did have we'll end it real here in a minute, but no, y'all came out the woodworks for a little while. Y'all was like Bengals fans. They was gone. UK was gone for a while, and then they got a little success. They started to go back in their little groundhog holes and shit. But
listen, I might have gave up. I might have gave up on the Cowboys, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Hold on, you give last thing. You give up on the Cowboys, but you ain't gonna give up on UK football.
No,
that's crazy. I would have definitely given up on UK football. I don't give up on my teams.
I don't have a crazy owner in UK football making wild ass expectations who has the money to be able to change this shit, but doesn't because he likes controversy.
Oh, and on this, was he wrong? He got a tie.
Yes, he's wrong, Mitch.
Was he wrong? Was he really? Was he wrong?
Mitch? He's wrong. Mitch. You know
he didn't lose. That player came here.
He didn't win.
I ain't lied. What do you think Jerry would have did if them Cowboys? How crazy do you think Jerry would have went off in them interviews if they would have fucking won that game?
He wouldn't have. You talking about if they won?
If they beat the Packers. If they beat the Packers.
Oh, yeah, he would have been all cheesy like, yeah, you know what we can do down here in Frisco, man. Yeah, but nobody cares about the fucking regular season. Fuck all that shit. Get this shit right. Make the fucking playoffs. Do something for a change. Make me regret leaving y'all. I'm not.
Hey, do it for you.
No, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. God damn. Shout out to the Yankees, man. We're finna go get this dub on them bean heads over there, man.
All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and end it, man. It's a good pod, man. Good vibes.
For sure.
Y'all didn't see any crash outs. I don't know if y'all was there Sunday. You know, we had a crash. We had a little moment between Tevin and Ted. I guess
man, listen. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all know, and they know too. Don't point the gun at me thinking I won't point back. Listen. I'm on some Marlin shit. Do we have a problem? Because I'm going to pull that shit out.
I'm surprised Ted showed up. I told him, I said, the streets was talking. I said, hey, man, you might have to shoot the fair one. You come back.
That's what it was. You had to get, but that's my guy, man. Shout out Teddy, man. He get a little worked up. He a statistician, but
All
hey,
right,
listen.
man. I
I
appreciate
love
you,
the smoking section, y'all.
Kevin.
I
All right,
love the
man.
smoking section.
Comment, subscribe, like the pods,
Man.
E-Lab Pod, man.
E-Lab.
All the social media platforms,
Y'all
man.
see him down there on the bottom?
We appreciate y'all checking in with us.
For
We'll be
sure.
back Sunday morning, man. We'll talk.
Merch is on the way. Merch is on the way.
Unfortunately, it will not be much football. EJ has preseason basketball he wants to talk about. So look forward to talking about preseason basketball.
I might be late to that.
It is what it is. But we'll appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time.